It was an ordinary night in the Parker household. The family had long since gone to bed, and the quiet hum of suburban life settled over the neighborhood. Little did they know that danger was slowly creeping into their peaceful home. What began as a minor electrical fault in the kitchen would soon transform into a devastating fire, threatening the lives of everyone inside. But there was one member of the family who sensed something was wrong. Max, the family's newly adopted rescue dog, was the first to notice the smell of smoke. Having spent the better part of his life on the streets, Max had developed a sharp awareness of his surroundings. And on this fateful night, that awareness would make all the difference. Max had only been with the Parkers for a few months. Found wandering the streets, he had been taken in by the local shelter, where he waited patiently for a family to adopt him. The Parkers were drawn to Max from the moment they met him. He was gentle but had a spark of energy that made him stand out. When they brought him home, it was clear that Max was grateful for his new life, and in return, he gave them all the love he could muster. But no one could have predicted that Max's love and loyalty would be what saved them all. That night, as smoke filled the lower floors of the house, Max's instincts kicked in. His nose twitched and he shot up from his bed, sensing the danger. The fire was spreading quickly, and the entire family was sound asleep, oblivious to the impending threat. Without a moment's hesitation, Max darted down the hall, barking urgently. His usually playful barks were now desperate, as if he knew the clock was ticking. At first, no one stirred. Tim and Lisa Parker, along with their children, Emily and Sam, remained in their deep slumber. But Max was persistent. He barked louder, nudging the bedroom doors with his nose, trying to wake his family. Finally, it was Tim who groggily sat up, confused by the commotion. That's when he smelled it. Thick, suffocating smoke seeping through the cracks in the door. His heart raced as he jolted awake and realized the house was on fire. He rushed to wake Lisa, and together they ran to get Emily and Sam from their rooms. But the smoke was thickening, and it was hard to see or breathe. Max, however, was their guide. He stayed close to them, leading them down the stairs and toward the front door, barking and nudging them when the smoke became overwhelming. By the time they made it outside, the fire had already consumed a large portion of the house. Flames licked at the windows, and the smell of burning wood filled the air. The family stood in shock, watching as their home, the place where they had built so many memories, was reduced to smoldering ruins. But amidst the devastation, one thing was clear. They were alive, and they had Max to thank for that. When the fire department arrived, they managed to control the blaze, but the damage was already done. Much of the house was destroyed, and many of their possessions were lost. But as they stood outside in the cold night air, huddled together with Max by their side, the Parkers felt an overwhelming sense of gratitude. They had lost so much, but they had their lives and their hero dog to be thankful for. News of Max's heroic actions spread quickly. The story of the rescue dog who saved his family from a fire captured the hearts of people across the community. Local news outlets featured the story, and soon Max became a hometown hero. People sent letters of support and gifts for the brave dog who had acted so selflessly to protect his family. For the Parkers, there was no question about what would happen next. They had initially planned to foster Max, intending to eventually find him a permanent home. But after that night, they knew they could never let him go. Max had become an irreplaceable part of their lives, not just a pet, but a true member of the family. They officially adopted him, making it clear that Max had found his forever home. Max's story didn't just end with his adoption. In fact, his heroism had a ripple effect that extended far beyond the Parker family. The local animal shelter where Max had once lived saw an outpouring of support from the community. Donations poured in, allowing the shelter to expand and care for more animals in need. Max's story became a symbol of the incredible impact that rescue animals can have on the lives of those who adopt them. For the Parkers, life eventually returned to normal, though their home took time to rebuild. But Max's presence remained a constant reminder of the night that could have ended very differently. They often thought about what might have happened if Max hadn't been there, and it was a thought too painful to linger on for long. Instead, they focused on the joy and love that Max brought into their lives. As the years passed, Max grew older, but his bond with the family only deepened. He was there for every major milestone: Emily's graduation, Sam's first soccer game, family holidays, and quiet nights spent together. Max had become more than just a rescue dog. He was a hero, a guardian, and a beloved companion. Max's story touched many hearts, but it also served as a reminder of the profound impact that rescue animals can have on our lives. They may come from difficult beginnings, but with love and care they can become more than we ever imagined. In the case of the Parkers, Max didn't just find a home, he saved one. The story of Max, the rescue dog who saved his family, is a powerful testament to the bond between humans and animals. Sometimes the ones we save turn out to be the ones who save us. And in Max's case, that couldn't be more true. His legacy lives on in the Parker family, who will always remember the night their dog became their hero. If this story of loyalty and heroism touched your heart, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Small acts of kindness can lead to extraordinary moments.